Strongly that one sort of boss is actually not too shabby. I mean, this little 12 sticks potato is holding a little better than what I thought. Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening. Are you ready to build a Lincoln log house? Maybe a fence, maybe a fire pit, or anything else that is comprised of wood? Well, my friends, you are in luck, as today we're going deep into endless mode using sticks. That's right, everybody's favorite piece of fallen tree is an effective weapon in Brotato, and we'll be seeing how these lovely sticks fare into endless mode. Don't really love any of those upgrades, although I do not dislike a little bit of harvesting to get things started. Early on, I am looking for sticks. We'll go ahead and lock that one there as well. Now, in order to feature the sticks at their very best, we, of course, are going to be playing Multitasker, a potato which can equip not 6, not 9, not even 11, but 12 weapons, doubling a potato's repertoire. So I do think that'll be quite good as our now 12-armed potato dives deep into endless mode using sticks. And what a raucous fun time it shall of course be. Don't love any of those. I'm looking for either harvesting or melee damage early on there. Do like another stick, and we'll keep rolling aggressively looking for sticks. Having 5 by wave 3 is okay, but we'll see if we can go ahead and turn this around. As we found out unequivocally, scientifically, and absolutely in our one-arm video, one-armed has one arm because they can only have one weapon, which means a normal potato has 6 arms because they can handle 6 weapons, which means Multitasker has 12 arms because they can equip 12 weapons. Does that math add up? You bet it does, and I will not hear any objections to the contrary. That said, of course, we'll be talking about all the mechanics that you need to know in order to have an effective run yourself. Don't mind honestly just wrapping up some harvesting here, as well as a bit of attack speed. We have 6 sticks, but I am not satisfied. That's right, I want 7 sticks, but I am still not satisfied. That's right, and we kind of fall short there. I'm really trying to get these sticks online as fast as possible, as notably sticks give the really big advantage of increasing the strength of every other stick you have, meaning it's an extremely effective sort of combo with one armed indeed. Notably at common, sticks give 4 damage for every other stick that you have, and when we get that all the way up to legendary, that is 10 damage for every other stick you have, meaning you get a lot of damage if you have 11 sticks with one of those sticks being a legendary. So a little bit of an interaction that I hope and I am excited to explore here as we get things started. Don't mind a little bit of crit chance, and we get another stick, which makes me really happy. And we get another stick, which makes me even happier. You can just see the smile on my face, and we get another stick. We're already at 10. I kind of want the defective steroids, but I really want is another stick, although I'm not going to turn down another gentle alien. As this build, truthfully, is relatively powerful. As you can see, our Multitasker here run around with not enough sticks, but a decent number. Now, the other thing to note is Multitasker does have a disadvantage where they get 5% less damage for every weapon they have equipped past 4, meaning they do get their damage reduced a little bit when you have a bunch of weapons. That said, the stick bonus more than makes up for it, making this a relatively powerful build, both for endless mode as well as normal Brotato action. That said, stuff like percent damage, like Vigilante Ring, our Cyclops Swarm is very good to help ameliorate some of that penalty that we do have to worry about on Multitasker. For free, do not mind a butterfly, and don't like finally getting a little bit of melee damage and speed. Love a gentle alien because we will be getting all sorts of sticks and we will be very, very strong. I do like that stick as well, although I feel strong enough here on wave 6 in order to pick up that gentle alien first, as we will go ahead and keep cleaning up the map. And obviously, more enemies equals more loot, not to mention that gentle alien providing a bit of much needed percent damage, as well as a little bit of extra health. This build is very, very strong in the normal mode parts of the game, so any gentle aliens, any mice, I am more than happy to procure in order to, again, help that snowballing get off as soon as possible. Notably, we do get that primitive tag from the sticks, giving us a really nice 15 health early on. However, you cannot have 2 of the same tags on Multitasker, meaning, unfortunately, no doubling up on that primitive tag for us. However, we shall do our best to persevere. I do think there are some fun things you can do, you know, by combining weapon tags on Multitasker, but today we're focused on the sticks. Again, you can see our negative 20% damage from the Multitasker penalty, so we'll go ahead and pick that up. And wow, some really strong sticks here. You can see these legendary, these epic sticks getting a whopping 8% damage, already giving us plus 88 damage. I mean, folks, that's basically like having 88 melee damage already. A penalty, which is very much worth that negative 18% damage. So we'll go ahead and take a cute monkey. I do think that's quite good. And now that we got the sticks, my friends, it is time to upgrade them, right? Like, we've got some sticks, but boy, we got a lot of upgrading to go. Really glad we already have these two legendary sticks. Sorry, I keep saying legendary. These two epic sticks to help all our stick whackage, stick poking here. And again, really just hitting for huge amounts of damage just early in the game. Look, Slasher spawned. Oh well, doesn't matter. We took him out instantly regardless, which makes me very, very happy indeed. Oh no. The Slasher spawn. Whatever shall we do? We'll just beat him down with all our sticks. Sticks, again, are a really powerful weapon in regular Brotato. They're really good when you just have 6 of them, truthfully. So having them here in this endless mode with Multitasker, I think is just going to be a lot of fun, especially if we can get something to really help us upgrade all these sticks, which, of course, will be the goal. As we wrap up a really clean wave 7, no issues in sight. Love a free mastery as well as a free butterfly. And since we have some luck, I was looking for something a little better, didn't see it. That said, do not mind 6 melee damage. And I do like a coffee and a peaceful bee, again, just to give us a little more attack speed and a little bit more clear. And we'll go ahead and keep upgrading these sticks. Don't think any of these are quite worth it. With all the attack speed, I'm happy with the defective steroids. Just start thinking a little bit about, a little bit more melee damage. As we are at 19, and we'll continue to see if there are ways that we can get that percent damage up a little bit. Notably, with sticks, one of the key things you want to consider is ranged. Because you have with Multitasker, because we have 12 weapons, you can kind of see these weapons are in a giant arc here, which means that they actually have a much longer distance to travel. So these sticks here on the left, if we don't get unless we get a little bit of range, these sticks here on the left will have trouble hitting elites or high health enemies to our right. So that is something we really want to be judicious of, and I do think a little bit of range is really, really important for that reason, especially when we are fighting elites and bosses, which we will be fighting in spades as we try to go deep into endless mode with the 12-armed boy himself, the Multitasker. But feel relatively good about the start. We are very, very strong for this point in the game, and I do think we're off to a good start here. I guess I'll take a touch of armor just to get that started, and I do not mind a lost duck. Don't need any of those. I will go ahead and keep upgrading these sticks. We're powerful enough where I don't really need all that. That said, I do feel a little behind on luck, and see if we can. I want to see if we can get some better items here. So we'll go ahead and keep on keeping on. Obviously, things like community support are insanely good when you have this many weapons, as obviously the more attacks we can get, the more our sticks can swing and deal really good damage. Now, the other notable thing to comment on this build is that lifesteal is very, very good. Lifesteal in this game notably triggers on attack, not when you deal damage, meaning when you have twice as many weapons, you're attacking twice as much with Multitasker. I do think that lifesteal and Multitasker do go hand in hand indeed. Anyway, we're already relatively powerful here. Again, 19 damage with some sticks that are just bonkers strong already. Obviously, we want to see if we can find a little bit of way to get that percent damage a little bit counteracted, so we can go ahead and get that back up to 0. It's really to just take our damage to the next stratosphere, but feeling really, really good here on wave 9. You can see no problems at all as we just sail through these waves. Feeling nice and good about our multi-stick boy. Don't hate a little bit of harvesting there. Don't need engineering. I guess I'll go ahead and take some crit chance, as well as a lost duck. No baby with a beard for us now, although it may be something worth considering. I do like a claw tree because I do think crit will be quite good. I'm holding out for a potential hunting trophy, so I'm not going to go with the rip and tear. Love a tentacle. And again, we're going to go ahead and keep upgrading these lovely sticks and go ahead and take both of these, as well as the mouse, which will really help. Although I may have been a little bit aggressive going past that bait to help our percent damage, so I do think passing on that bait was a bit of a mistake. However, we will persevere, I promise. I really am happy with that mouse, as well as another alien baby, or another gentle alien, as I do think we are very, very strong here, and getting all these extra critters on the map will do nothing but help us continue to scale and continue to get more wealthy and deal more damage and get more stuff, which is obviously one of the most fun things one can do when playing this lovely game of Brotato, which we are doing here together today. Me, you, and maybe the 3 of us, because there may in fact be somebody watching over your shoulder. But feeling pretty good about this, though we are missing some of the items to really take us to that next power level. So I am hopeful that some of those appear here relatively soon. That said, wrapping up wave 10, no issues in sight as we handle that relatively easily. Looking for something a little bit better there. I will take a touch of speed. We feel very, very slow. And look at this. My favorite, the Stick Emporium is open for business, and I just realized we want to go and buy this here. And you're going to look at all these lovely sticks as well as a mouse. Do love to see that as well. We keep getting rip and tears thrown to us. We'll go ahead and pass on those for now. And again, really like both these. We need a little bit of range and a little bit more percent damage. We do have an elite coming up on wave 12. I do think both of those will help our elite killing task quite a bit. So I am quite happy for that. But you can see our slew of 12 beautiful sticks looking nice and good. Not a single common stick in sight for the moment, meaning our sticks are whacking for a lot of damage. Pardon me. You can see these blue sticks getting plus 66 damage and the purple sticks getting plus 88 damage, which is nice for us. So I'm pretty good. We have 30 harvesting, not too bad considering our minimal investments, as that will continue to make us just a little bit wealthier at the end of every single wave. That said, even though we are doing strong, I do want to be careful not to immediately run into pursuers as they still hit hard, and our damage is quite good, but we're not like we're not face rolling the game yet, although we potentially will be once we get that percent damage penalty, back neutral if not positive. But pursuers providing no issue as we zoom through here on wave 11, feeling nice and good. For free, do like a shady potion. No snake for us. And I guess I'll take some max health, although I don't really love it. We'll take a little bit more luck. Silver bullet is all right here, since it looks like we have elites coming up on waves 12, 15, and 17. I will go ahead and pick up that silver bullet, as I do think that's enough elites kind of on the docket to get a little bit of value out of that. I'm taking a little bit of avoidable damage, but that is okay due to some of the other enemies that are coming in. However, you can see we're able to take out a nice 14-second elite kill, which is not too shabby at all, considering I'd say this is a medium strength build at this point. Of course, plenty of time to turn that around. Obviously, one thing I'd really like to see from a chest is some sort of anvil, and not some sort of anvil, the one anvil, as I do think that will be quite good because we have so many upgrades to make that anything that will help us with that, I do think, is nice indeed. Is obviously with Multitasker, if you're trying to get 12 legendary weapons, that is a lot of sort of resources that we need to spend there. So anything that makes that easier, I would very much enjoy. But hey, we will play the hand that is dealt to us as we zoom around here in Brotato with, feeling pretty good about things. Focus, one of the best times we can get. Again, we only have one type of weapon, but we need percent damage, so that is a huge upgrade. And we'll go ahead and take a wheelbarrow, and I will take 8 melee damage as well as some more harvesting. We'll go ahead and take a silver bullet as well as improved tools. We'll go ahead and grab another tentacle for some more crit, and I'll go ahead and grab a ritual as well. But feeling pretty good about that. Notably, we are down to 0 armor, although we do have 13 life still, which is quite good. That said, we just want to be a little bit careful. You can see how our sticks are immediately hitting for much more damage now that we're able to get that percent damage back up to, I think it's even positive now. Yeah, 16. Whew, with that focus just providing insane amounts of value, which is a lot of fun. Taking a little bit of damage early here on the wave, but I do think we have enough lifesteal where we will be able to sort of counteract that without, I'm hoping, too much of an issue, as wave 13 will soon be behind us without much of an issue as well. Again, I do have elites coming up on wave 15 and wave 17, and I do think this build is pretty darn good at taking out elites. So I am relatively confident in our prospects there. We'll go ahead and take out this looter for a crate. One of 2 we have seen on the map so far, but feeling good. You know, we're the stick boy. Whoa, I say feeling good and immediately run to the horn bruiser. Do not be like me, play better. I am sure you can, it is not hard to do, but we are feeling nice and good here on wave 13, wrapping it up. Love another coupon, truthfully, and don't really need the fertilizer. Not go ahead and take a touch of armor. But like this ritual, just keep getting this percent damage climbing. We're going to keep upgrading our 6. Love a vigilante ring, love a mastery. 2 really, really good items for this build. Get our melee damage up to 34, which means with this stick giving us plus 88, we functionally have like 100 30 damage. That's very, very strong. And the Vigilante Ring will really, really help because, again, sticks are good with percent damage, right? It's not only that we want to sort of take care of that penalty from Multitasker. Sticks are just good with percent damage. So I do feel very, very happy about the Vigilante Ring. Here on wave 14, which would be good in just a normal run. So I am quite happy with that. As you know, we are actually able to cobble together a decent number of items here. Nice 37% crit chance with a couple tentacles, good amount of lifesteal. Got some positive armor now. Like, we're becoming like a really tanky potato at this point. So good regen. That's one thing we feel a little bit behind. I can feel it on attack speed. 34 attack speed, really not that good for wave 14 on the melee character. So I do feel a little bit behind on our attack speed. So obviously going to attempt to prioritize that a little bit more from this point on in order to get that back up to where we want to be, which is with more attack speed. So that makes sense. Will give us more clear and make us all very, very happy indeed. No small magazine for us. I will go ahead and get that crit up a little bit. Okay, we can see if we can start scaling. We got a hunting trophy, my friends. Hunting trophy, 44% crit. Okay, we got a stew going. Like, we aren't there. We got a stew going. You know what is also great going is an extra stomach. At this point in the game, we can get a ton of value out of it. So we go into a wave 15 elite, feeling nice and strong. Look at that one sort of giant thing of attacks there. One volley of attacks means we just dealt a ton of damage. We'll go ahead and keep picking up these sticks, and I think we're going to get a lot of value out of the hunting trophy. So I am very much excited to see where this one will go as we do get our first hunting trophy with an okay amount of crit. I mean, we don't have like a insane amount of crit or anything, but enough crit where I think the hunting trophy is pretty darn good. As always with endless mode, we will see if we can in fact pick up another one. In the meantime, I will do my best to get some good value out of this extra stomach. Fortunately, we have so many ways to heal that when we do take some damage, I don't think it's feasible to heal up before we pick up some fruits. Well, now I have to concentrate more, right? Like, I'm picking up the fruits, not taking damage. Woe is me. But of course, we will do our best to pick up all that lovely fruit and get our HP nice and high for no other reason than that makes me happy. And I like being happy, as I know you do too. I don't really love adding this much range, but that crit is so valuable at this point. We have 12 speed, so I do think speed is quite good. Like a gentle alien, like a lens as well. We'll go ahead and grab an adrenaline as it is unique. Don't think we quite need the spice sauce. Really love a community support, even though that does put us at -1 armor. I do think that is quite valuable. And I both like the blindfold as well as another stick here. Look at all those lovely purple sticks. But that community support will really help our clear. I am feeling quite good about things. However, I do just want to be somewhat careful in the -1 armor. We have enough HP and enough regen where I'm not super concerned about dying, but still enough where I want to be somewhat careful. 50 luck, which is aight, but not amazing or anything. And there's plenty of other good items I am in fact hoping to pick up, but we're getting some good value out of this stomach. That is for absolute sure. And I do think about like 40 range is good until you get farther in endless mode. With this 12 stick build, I think 40-50 range is good. And then once your attack speed starts hitting like absolutely insane heights, at that point. See, you can see the percent, the -1 armor is making us take a lot of damage. I'm not worried about dying. It's just somewhat harder to stay at full health to get some more value from the extra stomach. So obviously something to think about here. That said, we'll go ahead and wrap up the rest this wave relatively easily. Sure, we'll take a white flag as it is unique, even though I don't really like it. No Thunder Sword for us, but we'll go ahead and get another stick, of course. Don't need any of those. Do like a Dangerous Bunny, which I will think it is quite nice here, and do like both of another stick as well as a coffee is. I do not mind even more attack speed. As we look at that lovely slew of purple sticks as we just smack that elite without any issue. Wow, we really took that elite out fast, showing the power of the stick. And again, our sticks don't feel like absolutely amazingly upgraded, but I think this is really just showing the value of getting that percent damage up with Multitasker. You're just essentially hitting with double the weapons, right? And that's a lot of fun. In addition, the extra stomach is really helping our health climb, which is nice and fun. They're going to see that come together here, but feeling nice and good about this. And hey, we are going to be the stickiest dude or boy or lad or lass or something like that as our stick boy comes together here today. And I am feeling quite good as we wrap up wave 17. Again, really putting this together. I feel quite good about that. And we're not done with our stick upgrading yet. There is plenty more stick upgrading yet to come. Of that, I do assure you. Don't really love losing crits, so I will pass on the octopus just because I think crit's pretty important at this point with the hunting trophy. So we'll go ahead and pass that there. We will finally get our first legendary stick. Probably should have picked up that mammoth, but I clicked just a little bit too fast, so I hope you will forgive me. We'll go ahead and take a crown and a bunny. I don't think we need the wings right now. I don't really think Silver Bullet is that good in this situation. Again, I wouldn't turn it down, but we are running out of... We have no more elites until we reach the bosses. And I do think we are strong enough at this point to absolutely dumpster the bosses. So I'm more considerate about items that I think were, help us in some other ways. Although I wouldn't think you'd be wrong by picking up Silver Bullet there. Nice damage is climbing up just a bit off of that lovely Vigilante ring, and you can see just all sorts of value from this, from the stomach, getting a lot of good value from that. That said, I'm hoping to see if we can spike a second hunting trophy into, early on in endless mode to really see if we can put this together. We got sticks, right? Like we're in our backyard, maybe we're in a park, we're just running around, we're just picking up all these sticks. And like, we're just carrying 12 of them apparently. Like, I don't know. Do we have like an extra set of hands? I can only carry like 7 sticks usually. So like 12 is a lot. I don't know. Seems like a lot of sticks. So who am I to judge how many sticks you might be holding? I guess for free, I'll take the wings, although I'm somewhat whelmed with that decision. We'll go ahead and keep getting some more crit. Do you think Cape is good enough here? Just giving us a whole bunch of defense. Don't really need any of these. I will take a little bit of armor. And then we'll go ahead and grab a Warrior's Helmet as well as a Giant's Belt, which will help us here in Wave 20, although we are not there yet. We are on Wave 19. And I do think Wave 19 shall be Wave We Wreck This Teen or something like that, as we're already at 100 health, which really is truthfully quite a lot for an endless, for like a normal mode base, like on Wave 19, like we haven't had some insane econ build or anything, and we're not playing an HP character. Like 100 is a lot in the base game, so... showing the strength of that extra stomach, which is obviously just a fun item. Like, who doesn't like getting more HP from fruits? I know I do. So I am quite happy with that. It's just, again, it's fun to have a run where you get something like extra stomach early enough to really see it shine, because like so many times you don't get it until you're in endless mode when it doesn't really matter anymore, or you're like already scaling off paddings or something like that. So I do think it is a little bit fun to see some material improvement, so to speak, from that hunting trophy. Although I think that is about 10 health there, as we can still pick up the fruits, but we don't get any health, which is sort of odd. Sure, some more free luck. Don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. I do like 20% attack speed, quite frankly. Do like getting this giant spell as well as an upgraded stick. Love a power generator with all of our speed, aka more percent damage. Somewhat tempted by the cape. I'll go ahead and pick it up and just toss a reroll there. That'll just get our dodge right up to right around 60. But you can see how fast we're killing these bosses. We're doing so much damage that I mean, look at that. 9-second boss kill, 9-second double boss kill. We're doing so much damage. I was like, all right, let the boss run away from me, right? Like, I'm okay. That doesn't bother me. I'm just going to take this other one out before the other one's going to come back to hit me. And that is sure enough what happened. So that just shows the power of the stick build. Again, this could be a normal run right now, right? Like that could have just been us winning. And obviously we would be very, very happy with that in a normal run. But again, just really showing the power of this percent damage, even though like a lot of our sticks aren't upgraded yet. We only have 1 legendary. However, all that percent damage is showing that doesn't really matter, truthfully, if we have enough percent damage with this multitasker stick boy build, which is a multitasking beast, which is obviously a lot of fun here, as I feel pretty good about where this one is in fact headed. No diploma for us. Spider, I mean, I guess it's aight, but it's not really what I wanted. And we'll go ahead and keep trying to get that crit chance to 100. Do like a cape there just to get that dodge up a little bit. We'll keep upgrading these sticks as well as a tree. We'll reduce our range just a touch. I do feel a little bit behind on armor, so we'll see how this wave 21 elite fares. But look at that, we literally just almost took out the entire, like it just took two volleys, or oh sorry bang the standard. It literally just took 2 volleys of our, of our sticks there, and like we really took that out no issue. So again, I think it's just showing the power of these lovely sticks. Again, we still will get a little bit of value from health at this point, so I am looking for more fruits because, hey, we're not that far in endless mode yet, right? We can still use the fruitage. So I would love the extra health. So definitely something I want to keep a priority on is getting all these fruits picked up because, hey, we might as well get some value of the extra stomach, even though there was a brief period of time, and I did play during that beta patch when we had extra stomach that did not cap your health. And yes, it was as broken with Farmer as you think it might be. Love another mouse. No fertilizer for us. We'll keep upgrading these sticks like another crit. We'll go ahead and grab a piggy bank as well, as it is a unique item. We'll go ahead and get that crit up just a little bit more. I don't need any of these. Don't really need any of these. I don't really think potato is quite going to move the needle at this point. So I will, again, someone was asking like, hey, why'd you skip potato? Potato is one of the best items in normal. It truthfully is. In endless mode, it's a little less good because like you deal with such high stats. It's just a little bit of everything. Moves the needle a little bit less. Anyway, we're in a normal wave here. So I will see everybody on wave 24, unless we pick up something cool. We'll talk then. So on wave 23, we do find a Grinds Magical Leaf. I will buy a bunny. I am going to be somewhat judicious about my items because we do not have sort of the infinite scaling without hunting trophies, but we get another hunting trophy. So hey, I guess we can start scaling a little bit more, which makes me happy and should make you happy too. As we go into wave 24, you can see still just absolutely smacking these elites around. Feeling pretty good. I'm really happy with a second hunting trophy, which will give us a little bit more mileage to see how far this endless mode run can in fact go. As here we are on wave 24, feeling good. Maybe we can hit wave 30, which is pretty darn good with like a non sort of padding-ish build as our stick boy goes hard, so to speak. And I'm quite happy for that magical leaf as well. A little later than I would have liked, of course. Notably, our 6 armor really being pretty punishing here, as that is now a whole lot by this point in the game. However, we shall, in fact, do our best to persevere. Obviously, really do like that second hunting trophy, which will help us keep scaling here in the endless, as I will do my best to keep picking up the extra stomach, health pickups, as well as taking out as many enemies as we can to get as much money as we can off the double hunting trophy. But yeah, still feeling pretty good. I mean, wave 24, not too bad. No weird goes for us at this point. Sure, free wheat as well as a wandering bot. Why not? And we'll go ahead and get that dodge up past 60. And we'll go ahead and upgrade this stick here. Looking for stuff a little bit better than this. I will take a touch of armor, as that does feel quite low for this point in the game. Do like another coupon, even though I am being somewhat picky about my items. Do we have a blue stick? We do, so I will grab that, and we'll go ahead and save a touch cash here. Anyway, next elite is on wave 27, so I will see everybody there, unless, of course, we get something nifty. So here we are on wave 27. We'll go ahead and try out that padding. However, first we need to see how we fare on these elites. Still doing pretty good damage. Feeling pretty strong. These elites don't stand too much of a chance, as we are able to take these elites out without too much of an issue. So really just showing our sticks, as I see a couple of them there, hitting for over 800, which is quite nice to see with those legendary sticks. Well, we're here on wave 27. I guess I will just quickly say, I know I've slowed down on videos for the moment. Excuse me, that is not my intention in the future. I just have had a really busy period in my life. A very busy period of time with work specifically. As a reminder, I am a part-time YouTuber, although hey, we'll keep on growing at this rate. Maybe one day I will be a full-time YouTuber. So that is my sort of time to say, if you haven't hit that subscribe to help me maybe one day become a full-time YouTuber. But just know, as work ebbs and flows, I do sort of take the time where I can to get great videos out if I am able. And obviously, when time allows, I do try to bang out several a day. Although again, I've just been so busy with my job that I have not had time for the past couple of weeks. Don't really think we need blindfold. We'll go and pick up that padding just to kind of mess around with it. I do actually feel a little low on speed, so we'll pick that up. Go ahead and grab a stick, and I'll grab another padding as well as a gentle alien. I'll go ahead and pick up that mouse, as we'll see if those couple of paddings can actually give us a little bit of health here, just to sort of start thinking about that. Anyway, next elite is on wave 30, so I will see you there, unless of course we pick up something nice and cool. So here we go. On wave 30, we'll pick up a Retribution hoodie, actually, as I do think that will be quite strong. Although we will want to consider getting our range up. So maybe something like a night vision goggles, although I am a little bit happier with something like a banner. So let's see how this wave 30 goes. Obviously that attack speed, that Retribution hoodie with our cap dodge, really going to crank up our attack speed and our damage. So you can see just absolutely smacking these bosses. Actually not too shabby. I mean, this little 12 sticks potato is holding a little better than what I thought. I mean, obviously I'm like, hey, if we get an early anvil or something, we might be okay. Obviously, we only had 11 armor, which is not great, but wow, actually holding on here pretty darn well, I'd say, truthfully. That was not too shabby. And wave 30s were normally these sort of non-OP characters start falling apart. So feeling pretty good about where this is headed. I'm kind of excited to see how far this goes. I think we got a little bit more room in us, truthfully. Who says 11 sticks was too many? We will laugh at everybody who doubted us with our 12 stick build. Although with those paddings, we are certainly a slow potato here. I guess all of our sticks are in fact weighing us down. We'll take a snail. It is unique, even though I don't really like it here. And I'll go ahead and buy a stick, even though it is maybe not the most efficient. We'll go ahead and use our free rerolls here. And yeah, we are taking the Bloody Hand. I will use my free rerolls, and we will go ahead and buy another stick because I love legendary sticks, I think. Anyway, I think we'll get this wave through this wave pretty easily. We do have an elite coming up on wave 32, so I will see you guys there. All right, here we are on wave 32. I will buy that Bloody Hand. May buy a stick, but I'm looking for something a little bit more high impact at this point. We'll see if we survive wave 32. I mean, this is getting a little dicey, truthfully. Our damage is good. We just are a little low on survivability as well as armor. That said, are able to take out these elites. Okay, maybe we have something in here. What is our range? Our range is still -10, which is not ideal. Obviously, that stomach is not nearly as good with that Bloody Hand. But you can see, sticks hitting way, way harder now. Critting for about 1245. With our sticks here, which is not too shabby. Again, with 57% life steal, we're getting a lot of value out of that Bloody Hand, getting our percent damage up all the way to 228, which is not too shabby considering we have just one Vigilante ring. So that Bloody Hand really giving us a ton of percent damage there, which is a lot of fun to see. So I am quite pleased with how this is going, truthfully. I mean, we're not, you know, we're struggling a little bit. I'll be curious to see how far and this puppy can go. You know, obviously 11 armor is not a whole heck of a lot, truthfully. But it's still been kind of fun to see how this is progressing, truthfully. What do we got here? Free bait, sure. No duct tape. Do like a metal plate, and then we'll take a lucky coin. No need for that. We'll look for, again, some high impact items. I don't love losing even more armor. I'm really tempted by these night goggles, but I will pass for now. I just don't want to lose too much more armor. We'll go ahead and take a banner simply because I do want to get back to somewhat positive range. We'll see. You know, wave 33 is not a guarantee, I promise you, as we are definitely feeling that lack of armor here. But we will see if we can persevere. Again, we have what, 2 hunting trophies, I think, which is solid, but you know, not the insane amount that we would need. That said, I know that banner was so expensive. However, given the fact we were at very, very low health with that, or sorry, very low range with the Retribution hoodie, I just think it's worth, you know, when you get to this point in endless mode, just to get, you know, get back to positive range, even if it's very, very expensive. So not like my ideal use case scenario of our money, but you know what? I think it was very much worth it just to get that range. Just because, again, at this point, you know, we're dealing with such a high density of enemies, a little bit of range to have our sticks hit more enemies, I do think is quite good. But, you know, honestly, wave 33 is not nothing, right? And so for this build to really still be chugging along, like, feels pretty good. No metal detector. Sure, schmoop. I mean, whatever. I will toss a reroll there, and we'll go ahead and take some attack speed. Don't want any of these. Again, looking for more high impact items. I think we're sort of past really caring about paddings at this point. I'll toss one more reroll. Don't really see what I'm looking for. Let's see if we can handle these wave 34 elites. So the offense is still decent. We are handling the elites relatively well. Excuse me. So you can see there, not too shabby. That said, again, only 11 armor. Not ideal for this point. Obviously, have not seen an anvil, which would be really, really good with all of these sticks. But hey, you know, we're seeing how far this puppy can go. I mean, wave 35 is pretty good for this, truthfully. So I'm quite happy. Although I do want to be careful. You can see we are able to, we do take a ton of damage off those projectiles on the back of not a whole lot of armor. Again, obviously with endless mode, it becomes harder and harder to out heal the damage that you are taking as these values go up, but most of our healing is capped, which does make it, I think, substantially more difficult to stay alive as we keep on trucking here. And again, our lack of range, definitely somewhat of an issue, is it's a little bit harder to clear. But hey, we'll see what we can do with this. With extra crit, sure, goat sculpt. I guess this one will take an alien eye, doesn't really do much. And I am hungry enough for armor, we'll take that, and we'll take a free spice sauce. We'll go ahead and toss through our free rerolls here. Take a banner, and again, is this the best use of resources? Probably not, but I just want to see some legendary, some more awesome sticks there. Somewhat tempted with night vision goggles, but not quite enough. So I'll go ahead and show wave 35 here because I am not sure how much farther we can go. Although obviously I will do my best to see what we can do here. As we are gonna, you know, we've gone like suspiciously far, truthfully. Like, this is pretty darn good. Quite frankly, you know, I am somewhat worried that the projectile damage is eventually just going to overwhelm us. But we are not there yet. Oh, see, there we go. Like, look at that. Just took a huge smack of damage there. Wow. Oh, man. But just a couple of projectiles hit us. I think if I played this a little bit more diligently, we'd have a much better chance of surviving. But you know, when I'm not taking these endless mode runs super serial, I do somewhat. I got caught in the corner there, couldn't get through the slashes, but there we go. You know, wave 35, not too shabby with our sort of 12 stick multitasker run. So feeling pretty good. That was a fun run, man. I really did enjoy that. It was cool to see how far we could go there. Obviously a little low on hunting trophies as well as something like an anvil. Just again, I think offense was good there. Just the armor, you know, wasn't quite where it needed to be. Anyway, a ton of fun and pretty good for this type of build. So as always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, take care.